welcome to episode 1 of Decluttering with the Canards. No, this is, I have a lot to say, and I have 9 minutes and 30 seconds, so a little less, I guess, to say it all. So just bear with me. This is our craft closet. This has been a point of contention for a long time. I did this months ago, actually, before we started school, which we started school in July. I want to say before we started school, but now that we have the school cart behind me, or like next to me, where you see it by the back door there, I don't know if we had already started school, but I'm thinking we didn't. A couple things. So that craft closet, like, things would just get piled in there. There was so much stuff that we're like, oh, we need more glue sticks. Well, I found like a whole bin of a ton of glue sticks in there. Same thing with hot glue guns. We had 4. Just found out that one of them shorts are circuit breakers, so we got rid of that one. But we have, well, and a couple of them don't work now that the kids are doing a diorama for school, and they figure out that that doesn't work. So that's okay. At least it's less stuff that we have to keep track of. I have been watching a lot of Dawn from the Minimal Mom, and you'll see that in my kitchen, like my huge kitchen declutter that's coming soon. I was ruthless with that. I was at my wits. I still am. I say was, but I'm like still very irritated and annoyed every time I'm like home, because I feel like we have so much stuff. And it's gotten to the point where like I just don't want to manage it all. Every day I feel like I'm stressed out, I'm getting frustrated, I'm getting irritated, because I'm like, there's more to clean, there's stuff on the floor, there's all this stuff everywhere, and it's a lot for me to manage. And then I feel like I'm not a good mom and a good wife, because I just feel like there's so much stuff. I can't function with like my day. Like it's like, then it's like we have so much laundry, and then the laundry piles, because there's so much. It's just like so much stuff everywhere. So this video is compiled with the craft closet. You'll see that. And actually, if you look here, that has stayed pretty much that way for a couple months. We got rid of a ton of stuff, like a few bags worth of trash. And Kylie has not, I threw away a ton of stuff. She has not asked for, except one thing, a stencil thing I threw away that she used. Other than that, like, she doesn't even, and we still could get rid of a lot more, I'm sure, but I kept some of the stuff just to have it. So now we're moving on to the living room. This does need decluttered again. Me and Cameron just did that, but he has a habit of like dumping stuff in bins. Like we just did his room, which we didn't film. But I did his room, and then like we took a couple days to do it, and I went back in there, like all the bins we had cleared out, he had already shoved like trash in there. So I'm like, you have a trash can in your room. So he's 7. So we're just working on trying to be clean, and like, I'm like trying to reiterate, like, look how good this feels when you have an open space and like a clean floor, and you don't have stuff everywhere, and like your clothes are put away nicely, and like we're talking about like having less inventory and less clothes and less toys, because it's less you have to clean up. So when we did our kitchen, and I'll talk more about this then, like we got rid of a ton of dishes and stuff, like a lot of bins or bags of stuff, and that felt so good. But now it's like every other point in my house is bothering me. Like the kitchen's fine, but like everything else is bothering me. And as you can see, like every time I'm doing something here and I start without a baby, I get a baby and have to hold him. And I don't do well. Some people do really well with that. Like I have to wrap. I'm wrapping him less and less, but then it means that like there's less time I can do stuff. So I try to utilize nap time. Like right now he's sleeping, so I try to do that. He still takes like 3-ish naps. Sometimes usually 2. He takes like a good one for like a couple hours in the afternoon, and then like in the morning he'll take a shorter one, like really short. And sometimes in the evening he'll take one, but it just depends. He also doesn't sleep well, so it's like I'm still being woken up every few hours at night. And so my stress level has just been really high. And so I've been trying to, like, I really want to get stuff decluttered so that we have, and then of course this goofball, always trying to make everyone laugh. And that's great. But sometimes I'm just like, we have to get this stuff done. And yeah, this cabinet stayed pretty good. This is like mostly the baby stuff. And this is like the kids' toys and things like that. I'm also like, the blankets over next to it are just always piling over, but like a lot of them were made for my mom, and my mother-in-law made some of the blankets for them. So it's like, well, I don't, you know, like we just have so many, like we don't need, they do use a lot of blanket forts. I don't even want to show you the garage. You see that there? It is disaster. And it looks like that again. I think like in this, we did get rid of a lot of stuff. Honestly, we did, but we still have a lot that we could get rid of. Like, and so I think like for me, it's like I just want it all to be done. Like the garage needs done. My room needs done. I'm trying to like clear everything off surfaces. And like the kitchen, I did that. I got rid of like even stuff off the walls, like decor I don't want, like visual clutter. I'm really like honing into the minimal mom, what she says about things like that. I already tried to like have everything find a home. It's just hard when it's like not just you, you know, and then clutter collects clutter. Something's set down there. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just set something down there. And then everyone else sets stuff down. And then it just like piles up. Same thing like in the garage. We have that one section where like everything gets piled there because there's already stuff piled there. So we pile more stuff. And so, you know, it's just going to take some time to really get a grip on everything that we need to do. But we cleaned out the garage here, and it's, you know, a bit frustrating that like we had all these little toys, like of all these little things that we had bought over the years and like nobody played with. Every time we cleaned out the garage, we would just have this bin of stuff that like we would just transfer and like put it right back, and like nobody uses that. So we got rid of it, but then it's like now we just have a lot of other stuff, and so like we still don't use. And it just piles up there. So I think, you know, we are going to, I need to like look at each portion of like what is stressing me out. All these blankets, okay, let's handle the blankets. Let's, you know, look at inventory each section of my home and see like what is the biggest point of contention, and then focus on that. And it is hard with the baby, as you can see. Like I feel like everywhere we go, it's like we're putting him down somewhere, and then like here he is. I gotta hold him and put him down and cry. So it's just like, and you know, I find myself getting overwhelmed. I see all these other moms or whatever on YouTube, and it's like, oh well, they're doing all that and they're getting all this done. And I know you can't. That's like somebody's highlight reel, and like that's what they do on a good day. Like someone could watch this video and be like, wow, she gets all this stuff done with 3 kids and whatever. But like, most days are not like this, and this is compiled over multiple days as well. So yeah, but we are going to have more decluttering content. Like I said, the kitchen one's coming soon. I really want to do my bedroom next. I just have to work up the time to do it. And I'm in a, like, I want to be in a ruthless mode of like, I just want everything to go because everything's stressing me out. And Cameron came in and was like, our storage room is a mess. Like, we need to go through that. And I'm like, yeah, we do. We do. And it's like, but having everyone be on the same page about like what we can part with is the hard part. Like, we have so many books, and like, I have to have Keenan be like, we're on the same page. Like, let's just get rid of it because we can always access things in a life. Like, we never read them, right? So it's like, what can we do to kind of inventory less? And yeah, but this is a garage for now. Another one will be coming soon because it also needs to be done again. And hopefully this just provides you some motivation. Do things one day at a time. Do what you can. There will always be tomorrow, and it's always a work in progress. Don't be too hard on yourself. I'm speaking more to me than I am to you.
Like this, hit the subscribe button and subscribe. Bye, guys.